But anything can happen. We're back now with our second guest today. Hopefully, you guys will come back and enjoy the rest of the show there with Mr. James Get Down Brown. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, good, good. So great to have you on. Thanks for sticking around. Listening to Matt. What do you think about Matt?
Oh man, he sounds like a great guy and very knowledgeable about the martial art.
Right. And I think that is important. To have that type of knowledge and background. So James, I'm going to talk about the very first thing that I noticed about you, and a lot of people might be surprised by this, especially like in MMA. You bow a lot.
Sir. Yes, sir.
You literally bow a lot when you're in the ring. You bow when you come in the ring, in the cage. You bow when you knock some people out. Where does that come from with you?
Well, I come from a traditional martial arts background, which is Taekwondo and Hapkido. And so, when you're competing, you bow when you step onto the mat, to the Korean flag, the American flag, to the instructor or the ref that's there. Then you bow to each other, and then you guys fight. And afterwards, you also bow, win or lose, to show respect to your competitor who's also, training and in there doing the same stuff that you guys are doing. So you got to respect that, because it's not easy stuff.
Go a little bit into your martial arts background and tell me about the development of you. Before you do that, though, was there something in particular that made you get into martial arts?
Yes, sir. When I was a kid, my stepdad, he used to watch a lot of karate films. And Bruce Lee, and I can go on and on. But after he would watch them, I'm talking about like not DVDs, it was tapes then, but like piles of tapes. We used to just watch them, every weekend, and I would try to mimic the stuff that I saw, even like the praying mantis and all the other styles and stuff. Right. And for a while, we would watch, wrestling, WWE, and Monday Night Raw and stuff.
Right.
Knew it was acting. I don't want to call it fake, but before we knew it was acting, and we would do the moves and stuff on each other.
WWE is fake. I don't think anybody's gonna argue or question that. You got somebody up and slam them on the head, JB.
Right. It's all acting, but those guys still, they bump each other around a little bit. So I don't want to, call it fake, because they get injured. Yes, sir. But after that, I started doing Taekwondo in middle school at the age of 10 as a extracurricular activity. And from then I just fell in love with it. I had to start competing. I started, going to local karate tournaments and Taekwondo tournaments, and I would do kata sometimes, but mostly I would show up just to spar. And I moved around to different schools in the area until I started doing some kickboxing. Then I got to high school and wrestled, and kind of put Taekwondo on the back burner a little bit. But right after that, when I did my senior project on different martial arts, and you had to actually go out and get your hours in whatever the topic was that you were doing. So I picked a Taekwondo gym, and I went in there. I met Grandmaster Richardson, and I stuck with it after that. And so after that, I actually started doing amateur fights. Well, I've done numerous Taekwondo and karate tournaments. Actually, the Johnsons and the Greens and stuff, they would invite me out to spar their guys for free.
What Greens?
And so, sir?
What Greens?
I can't remember his first name, but they're somewhere here in North Carolina. Sometimes they would do tournaments in South Carolina.
Are you talking about Lacey Green and Kenny Green?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, well, dude, you don't know.
Yeah, I used to go to all their tournaments. They would invite me out, and I'd spar their guys.
That's my lineage, man.
Oh, really?
Lacey Green was one of my instructors when I was coming up, right?
Wow, that's incredibly.
I know. Kenny Green and I were like best of friends when we were kids. Right?
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so man, I didn't. What, small world.
Very small world. Yeah, I used to go compete for those guys, and they always are very humble and respectful and
Yeah,
appreciate the competition also.
right.
Um, but after that, I started doing MMA. Had my amateur fights. Went 5-0 there, and was ready to jump. Well, thought I was ready to jump to the next level.
Right.
I went pro shortly after that, and when I went pro, I was still fighting out of just a Taekwondo gym, so I didn't really
Mm,
have much
mm,
grappling my repertoire other than the little bit of wrestling that I did in high school.
right.
And if you look at my record, you can see I've got those 4 submission losses because I wasn't well versed in the grappling, and
Wow.
still willing to step in there and you know compete against other martial arts. Like back in the
Right.
day, it wasn't like well-rounded martial arts. You
Right.
had your martial art, and you competed against other martial arts to see which martial art was better. And so that's technically what I was doing until I took all those losses, and Derek kind of scooped me under his wing. He saw I had a lot of potential, and was like, "You're doing it the wrong way, buddy. I'll
Mm.
guide you." And so I've been under his guidance ever since my 4th pro fight, and I think I've taken 1 or 2 losses since, and I've been on a tear.
Well,
Just
you
following
mentioned
his
you
foot.
mentioned you mentioned about Derek. Sorry, you mentioned about Derek. We're talking about Derek Brunson. He's like top contender for I think the world title in the UFC, which the largest MMA organization in the world. Tell me a little bit about your respect and appreciation for Derek.
Well, Derek, he's not like your average person. He's a very down to earth, and he loves to help others.
Mm.
Um, but he also believes in hard work. You're not going to get anywhere without hard work. Talent is only going to take you but so far. And
Mm.
when I was stepping in the cage, it was mostly my talent that was showing, and not my hard work. And when he pulled me in and really showed me how to work hard and how to be gritty and embrace the grind. And I don't want to sound like this, but and not be a quitter. Like when you start losing, you know
Mm.
how your body starts trying to find a way out. You don't want to be there
Yeah.
anymore. I had to
Right.
kind of embrace that, and not be a quitter when I get in tough situations. And that all you build that up in the gym by pushing through those grueling workouts and just not giving up. If you give up in the gym, you're obviously going to give up in the cage when you get into
Yeah.
a tough situation, because that's much tougher than friendly
Well,
people beating you up.
Well, you talk about tough and you talk about getting through. Can you give me an example of something that really challenged you when you were younger? You thought you couldn't make it, but you then did make it through it. And what did you learn?
Okay, I'll start with something simple, like in middle school, the mile run. uh a lot of kids, they start running very, very fast. About a minute in, that gas is gone, and you start slowing down, and most people start walking then. But what you should do is pace yourself. You need to kind of reiterate everything, take a couple deep breaths, and you keep going. Don't stop. You
Right.
keep pushing forward, even if it's just baby steps. You strive for that finish line in the goal, and you work hard until you reach your goals.
On a
And
more,
not give up and let anything detour you of that.
cool. That's a good answer, right? On a more personal level, though, you ever had a struggle on a personal level of something you went through? You made a mistake at an early age and you corrected it. What did you learn from that?
I learned that you don't know everything. Just because you're better than the average person at a certain thing, there's always that someone that's gonna have your numbers. Someone smarter, someone bigger, someone faster. Uh, not just in fighting, but in life. And so you gotta be willing to accept constructive criticism and learn from your mistakes, and just not be a know-it-all. And um listen to the ones that have the experience, and trust those people if they have love. and your best interest at heart. You just got to trust the ones around you to guide you in the proper direction.
I know you. You have a beautiful family and everything,
Yep.
and you're a father, right? Of a couple of
Yes,
kids.
sir.
You wonder how I'm an investigator, man. I'm an investor. I find out these things, right? And
Yes, sir.
what have your kids taught you about becoming a man?
You gotta. There's no shortcuts. You gotta do business when business needs to be done. You gotta do what you gotta do to reach that next level. There's no being lazy. There's no waiting around for, a handout. You have to get up and go. There's no get up and go and stay positive. Cause before my kids, you're really still a kid yourself, and
Right.
they kind of help you grow up a little bit because of the responsibility. And I
Mm.
really learned how to not only take care of my kids, but take care of myself because I had to take care of my kids.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, taking care of yourself first. Okay, so we're looking for this match. I'd say looking, but Chris Mims actually stepped up to the plate for you. And I'm assuming he's still in, but he sent me a message just now that something happened at work and all. It wasn't on him, but I think maybe might be a manager or something he had to deal with. So he couldn't come on the show and everything. But, you sound pretty enthusiastic yesterday. The agreements and stuff have been sent out, as you well know. Hopefully nothing changed so much, right, that changes because, we would love to have him fight because I think it's a perfect fight for you. Now, listen, you've been doing a lot of MMA, but you told me
Yes, sir.
something that was interesting, that you were actually signed with Glory. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I had my first kickboxing match with Don Roger, over in Durham, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
That was, I think, three 3-minute rounds. I
Right.
finished in the second round. And it was very fun to not have to worry about the takedown.
Ah.
I try to be well rounded, but I really love the kickboxing and the stand up.
Right.
And so anytime there's kickboxing or boxing, I try to get on, show my face and be a part of that. Boxing is a little bit tougher because the boxers it's a little bit different. They
Right.
like It's a little bit different, and there's not a lot of kickboxing around. You
Right.
got lion fights and glory, and you got stuff overseas like one championship and stuff, but we don't have a lot of kickboxing here. It's not very popular in the United States, and so I've just been.
Well, JP, it actually is popular. It's very
Well,
popular.
you
You look at movies. You see people doing kickboxing basically. Now they're throwing in a little bit more MMA. But kickboxing is popular. It's just we got to get a grip on it and we got to market it better and we got to do just a better job at when we do our shows, and we got to be also committed to the sport. And
Yes,
all.
sir.
Listen, you're gonna have MMA promoters. That's fine. Let them do their thing. But as a Muay Thai kickboxing promoter, that's what my commitment is, and things are getting ready to change. We're getting ready to take it to another level. So we're looking for talented fighters like you, right? And again, it is what it is. I know that you do both, and you might do both, but I would love to see, because I saw your kicks, and you got that taekwondo background, and I love some kicking. I love some kicking, and now you can kick, and you got good hands. Tell me a little bit about the evolution. I would say evolution, but it's more that this 9-round thing that I put forward here after all of these years of it being gone. What are your thoughts about 9 as compared to 5 3-minute rounds?
I really like the 9 rounds. If you look at my last 6 MMA fights, they all finish within the first minute. Usually in MMA you have a filling out process. Because there's just a lot of things that can happen. There's a lot of variables
Right.
in MMA. Kickboxing, you don't have to worry about someone shooting down to your legs and putting you on your back and your butt. So there's more action. You can let go without worrying about him hugging you for 3 minutes and you having to get back to your feet and punch him in the face again.
Right, right.
Also, me saying all my my last 6 fights finished within that first minute. I feel like I haven't really been able to show my growth and development of my martial art. I'm very accurate. And when I touch people, it damages. Um, and so I don't like to wait around and have a feeling out process and not fight. I like to go in there. I like to fight, and we can think about things in between. If I need help, my coaches are there. I can assess a couple things and go back in there. Maybe approach the fight a little bit differently and try again. I might have lost that round, but we got another round coming up, and it may be a completely different fight after that. So I really.
Yes. You are a tall. You are a. I'm sorry. You are a tall, skinny dude. You are skinny.
Yes, sir.
Do you hit hard?
Sir?
Do you hit hard?
If you're asking me, that's with a guy like Derek Brunson who hits extremely hard, I say no. But when I hit people, there's an effect. I have knocked a few people out, and other people say I do hit hard, but I don't think it's because I have strength. I think the strength comes from my technique.
Yes. And I've seen that. That's what I'm saying. I watched some of your videos and stuff like that. And you're skinny. You got a skinny frame. I mean, it's just a skin. Look, it is what it is. I was little too, but I learned how to hit harder later on in my career, right? I didn't start out that way. But the way you're like muscle from toes to the tip of your toes to the top of your head. You got muscles all over, right? And it seems like you've learned how to use that and put all of your power into your punches and kicks and stuff, and especially with Taekwondo. That's why I really think you have a great future in the sport of kickboxing in particular. And also that's just one thing. Tell me something about you that the general public would not guess that you may be into.
Honestly, I'm not really into much. I watch my kids. I have to bring them to work with me to the gym sometimes. But most of everything I do involves martial arts. So I work in the gym teaching, I don't want to say teaching, but instructing boxing and kickboxing. I also train in the gym because I have a professional career. So I look at that training as work also.
Right.
But then after that, I go home and I'm just with my kids. The next day I wake up, take them to school, hit the gym, get them from school, hit the gym again, and then I go back home and do it all over again. So I'm not really like into much except for martial art, and I think that's why I excel, because I'm 100% in, and I don't have very many distractions at the moment.
Wow. Well, like I said, I'm hoping that Chris is going to be able to, step in and everything. I watched a couple of his fights. Hey, he is no joke. The guy can fight. I mean, he's got a great attitude on him. We had a great conversation and everything. I really hope that he's going to still be able to, again, I don't know quite exactly what happened. But I really hope that he's going to I'll know by Monday, as you guys know, about Monday if everything is still good. And but if not, maybe we'll take backups. If there's other people out there who might be interested at 153 pounds, right, in a 9-round unified match. It's professional. It's real money, right? We are trying to pay guys a little bit more than what they would normally make in a lot of the fights that they've had in the past. That's my goal. Everybody that I work with, we're trying to pay guys just a little bit more, than a little bit more, than a little bit more, and then a little bit more. And I envision making hundreds of thousands of dollars someday with the fight game for Muay Thai and kickboxing now. And that's my thing. So when I'm done, when I'm old and in the nursing home, if I make it that far, or whatever the case might be, and you see guys fighting on TV and they're making hundreds of thousands of dollars in a purse, right? They got the Floyd Mayweather type bling and all that stuff going on, then I will say my job has been well done. Give a maybe invitation to people out there, just in case. I don't know about Chris yet. I right this minute. But give an invitation to those people who might be out there who might be interested in coming on board and perhaps fighting just in case as a secondary, and about your excitement for being a part of this event.
Well, I welcome all challengers. Again, I'm willing to fight. Anybody to better myself and them as martial artists. We go in there, we trade, and may the best man win. And the person that doesn't win learns. He goes back to the drawing board and gets better. I come to fight. I don't come to go to the judges. I know it's going to be new doing 9 2-minute rounds, but again, I'm not going to be there to go 9 2-minute rounds. I'm there.
Hey, your pay doesn't change, so what?
Right, exactly. I'm there to finish a fight, better myself, and network and meet other great martial artists. And grow the sport of kickboxing so that we can make it big.
Right. Maybe invite some of your friends just in case everything is still good with the fight. Invite some of your friends to come out and let them know how much you appreciate that support.
All right, guys. We're gonna be the event is March 19th in Myrtle Beach. It's not that far away. Win or lose, I'm coming to put on a show. It'll be a fight. It'll be some violence, some friendly violence. But you guys show up, we show out, make it loud, make it live for Johnny Davis Live, and I appreciate the support always.
Awesome. Give a shout out one more time to how people can contact you on the social sphere.
You can contact me on Facebook under James J. Brown, Instagram Get Down Brown, or you can always stop by Brunson's MMA and Fitness in Wilmington, North Carolina. We do a free week trial if you just want to stop by and get some training in. That's fine.
Beautiful.
Stop by and just see how you like it.
Right.
We're always open.
It's a beautiful gym and everything. And listen, the only thing, my final words to you, with a name like James Brown, you got to get down. I want to hear some, hey, I mean, come on. Hey, you wear a wig, go into the ring and hit some, oh, hey, you know what I'm saying? I can see that, James, no doubt about it. Listen, it's been a pleasure talking to you, brother. We're looking forward to seeing you on March the 19th in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. One more time, James Brown. Thanks, brother. Talk to you soon.
Thank you. Talk to you soon.
Okay, bye-bye. Oh, so great having him. The thing about it is, both gentlemen that we've had on today, stand-up guys. That's what I like. That's what I want to promote. Guys that your kids can look up to. That's what we want to promote in the sport of Muay Thai and kickboxing. So we're looking forward to still getting the fight for this Matt Fleming, as well as obviously hoping that Mr. Chris Means is still available for March the 19th. Again, I just got an email that something had happened, but it was just kind of more today. It might not affect the future. So we'll see. I'm certainly certain that we will be speaking a bit later on. Hopefully everything is okay with you, Chris. All right, guys, I tell you, we have a couple of things coming up. We're just going to quickly talk about some of our upcoming events, and hopefully you guys will join in with us for a few moments. We have our ICAF Spring Classic. The ICAF Spring Classic is a premier kickboxing event that we have in this area. If you like the sport of Muay Thai and kickboxing, I will tell you that this tournament is one you want to enter. Registration is going pretty strong right now. We have a ton of divisions, probably 75 or 80 divisions right now for people to compete in. Men, women, juniors. We even have some senior divisions there available as well. So if you want to compete as an amateur, if you have the experience, talk to your trainer about being a part of the ICAF Spring Classic. That event is going to be March the 18th through the 19th. It's a 3-day event. All of the fights are done in one ring. They have lights. We have music. We have fog. I mean, a live DJ, not just music. This is the baddest DJ in the country, right? Music. We have adult drinks and everything. We set it up like a fight night for 4 shows. Friday night show, Saturday morning show, Saturday night show, and Sunday show. And listen, it's a spectator extravaganza. So if you love fighting and you love Muay Thai and kickboxing, you like punches, you like kicks, you like knees, you like elbows, that is the event you want to be a part of. We also have on that event the ICAF PKB, which is a semi-contact sparring that we're going to have in another ballroom. So you can bring your whole team. Some of them can be doing the semi-contact Muay Thai and kickboxing, while others can be doing the full contact knockout action. It's an event for the entire club, really. And again, spectators are absolutely welcome to come out and attend that event. Another thing is that we are doing, and we're doing it pretty strongly, is that we're doing our live streaming now. So if you don't want to come out, can't come out, we'll have live streaming links for you to purchase the live streaming. We are serious about our live streaming. Great production quality. Our VP of Operations, Mr. Derek Reams, does a great job at setting up everything so that we can get the best shot. We are serious about it. We have a huge boxing event that's coming up here at the end of February in Fayetteville, North Carolina. It is a USA boxing tournament. 3 rings. We're going to have cameras in all 3 rings. So if you like boxing, amateur boxing in particular, you're going to be able to check all of that out. And all of that information is already on our website at akpromotions.org. This weekend, though, we're actually going to be in Apex, North Carolina with Mr. Don Roger there. That is tomorrow. Registration is going on right now. You can register in advance today, and you can save on tomorrow, though it goes up a little bit, but you can register at the door starting at 10 o'clock a.m. That's in Apex, North Carolina. Mr. Don Roger with this Apex Martial Arts Center. More information, you can go to my website at akpromotions.org. There's a link there that goes to the Apex Martial Arts website, pkb.apexmac.com. It's going to be a great event there tomorrow, great sparring and a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys will come out and check that out. Here's the flyer right here if you want to see more. We're also on the website at akpromotions.org. One more thing, we also have coming up later this month, we have a tournament that is going to be in, I have to get the city right. Sometimes I'm kind of thrown off by the name of all these cities here. What was the name of that city? Anyway, it is going to be done by Mr. Avery Richards. There's in Fort Mills. Mr. Avery Richards there is going to be hosting that tournament. It is a very nice tournament, very good job. In fact, the first tournament that we did there was outstanding. It was a great turnout and everything. That's going to be coming up on Sunday, February the 27th in Fort Mills, South Carolina. It's going to be a great event there. He just does a great job in promoting the event and putting it out there, and a great gym, nice big facility as well. It's on a Sunday. So if you are available on that Sunday, you can go ahead and register for that event right now. We see registrations coming in at akpromotions.org. We have a ton of stuff. And on that same weekend, as I said, in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, we will have the boxing, the USA boxing tournament going on that weekend in Fayetteville, North Carolina. A lot of stuff going on right here. We have some more announcements and things like that are coming up as well. I want you to just stay tuned to akpromotions.org on our Facebook pages, our AK Promotions pages, also on Facebook, as well as our YouTube channel at Johnny Davis Live on Facebook. All right, guys, as you always know, that's all I have for you today. I want you to always respect each other. Forward march. This is Johnny Davis Live, and I'm checking out. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.